Hello, Julie here and welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me and I hope you enjoy my video. Today I'm going to continue working on my flip-flop journal that I'm making using papers from Denise Boddey Designs. I've used her pattern papers throughout and I've just used coffee dyed and various types of paper for the actual journal part. Now I'm going to work on this page today, and because we've got that cute bird there, I didn't want to cover it up with anything. So what I've decided to do is use a coffee dyed envelope and make a flip. So I'm going to trim this down so that we can still see the bird. So I'll need my trimmer for that. So I'm thinking that I'm going to trim this off, so let's have a look, about that much, because I was thinking I might punch the edge of it with this. So I'm cutting it back to about 3/4 of an inch, about there. How much do I need actually? Let's measure that first. I might bring it down a little bit. Yeah, so that's only 1/2 inch, so I'm going to bring it down to 1/2 inch. So let me put that fold on the 1/2 inch mark there. I might just slip it back a fraction. Yeah. Okay, slice that off, and use this punch. I think it's a Martha Stewart punch. It's one of those round the page ones, but I'm just going to use it straight. So let's line that up with that punch, and then line this up here. We really need to make sure we've got that nicely lined up, and then same down this way, line that up on there. Yep, and one more time, about there. Okay, so there we have our punched edge on the envelope. So I'm going to put this towards the top, well, to the very top actually, because I don't know about you, but my journals all seem to be bulky down the bottom because you put a pocket in there and that adds extra bulk. So this one's going to go up the top. So it's going to go up there, and I'm going to attach it right to the edge like that. But before I do that, I'm going to cover this piece here. And I thought to do that, I'm going to use this piece. So it is basically the correct height, and I'm going to cut it down. The fold is there. Let's ink this. I hope everybody is well and things are going nicely for you. Everything is progressing nicely here. Not long now until I go away on holidays. I'm going to Japan for 3 weeks, so my videos will be, I won't be doing any videos of course while I'm away, so we'll have a 3-week break, but as soon as I get back I will start again. Now I'm going to fold that back like that and ink that crease. It's going to make it a bit easier for me when I'll leave. Oh no, I'll ink around this as well. So this is a coffee dyed envelope. It was just a normal white envelope and I've coffee dyed it. I'm not going to ink there because I'm going to cover that up. Now I'll fold this back this way and ink around the outside. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to heading off to Japan soon. I'm hopeful that we might catch a bit of cherry blossom, but no guarantees on that. Okay, so now I can see where my fold is there. It makes it a bit easier for me to mark this. You can see I'm leaving a gap there. I don't like my envelopes to be right up to the edge. It's too hard to get things in and out of. So I'm going to move that back there and just mark here using my pencil where I want to chop that off. Bring my trimmer back and just trim that off. I was a bit lucky to find this offcut that was the right length. Now before I attach that, I'm going to ink that as well. Okay, now put it on that way. Yes, I think I will. Okay, but before I do that, I'm going to mark on here the edge of that so that I can cut that little flat piece off. I'm going to use my little scissors for that. Cut across there. It won't matter if I cut it a bit further back than the line. Across there. Same here. Okay. Rightio, now I can, this is going to go on there like that, so that's my top, and I can attach that on there like so. So I'm going to put the glue on here because I don't want to get glue in this area, otherwise I'll seal up my envelope, which is not part of the plan. Okay, I'm going to pop that on there, line that up with the bottom sides and burnish it down. You don't get a lot of wriggle time with the old glitter glue, so you have to be fairly close the first time around to get little overlaps like that. A bit of ink does wonders. Okay, so that is going to go on here like so. So that still leaves full view of our birdie. So I'm going to use my glue. I'm going to try and catch all of those loops and make sure I've got a nice good solid line of glue along this fold here. So let's try and make sure we get that as close as we can to the actual edge of that and stick that down. I will get a wipe that glue up, because if I don't, I might glue my envelope shut. Oh, I can move it back a bit. Okay. Burnish that down. And there we have our envelope flip attached. And we've got some room there. Oh, we've got a bit of glue on there, so I'll try and get that off. Yep. Okay. So now I'm going to decorate this a little, and I've got this paper here that I thought I might use on here. Do I want to put that same punching down the edge of it? Actually, I think I'll trim this down a little bit because it's a bit wider than I really want. I probably only want it about that wide, so take that much off. And I might add a piece of this on here, just for, shall I punch this one? This one might be too narrow. Oh no, should be alright. Okay, let's punch this. Might put that down there like so. I can chop that end off. There. Like that. And I have a little bit of net, or net here. I might just add that behind it. Let's cut that piece off. Double that over. That behind that. Okay, so let's ink. The inking, of course, is optional, but if you've been watching any of my videos, you know I'm a big inking fan. Okay, so first of all, let's run some glue down here and put the tulle on. Then I'm going to run some glue down here. Now, because this is going to be sitting flat on this, I'm not too worried about the edges. I'm just going to put one dot on each outer edge instead of going to the trouble that I went to with the other one. And I'm going to just pop that down on there. Try and make it straight as I can. Okay. Let's get my bone folder and burnish that down. Just helps to get the glue through the tulle and onto the papers, etc. Okay, so that's that. Now, let me just get rid of this mess before I end up with it everywhere. I've used this, it's a stamp and die, and it's called Build a Hydrangea Die and Stamp DB826, and I think it's a fantastic price for a die and a stamp set. But I've just die cut these smaller flowers here, and I've cut them out of the burgundy coloured paper. I'm just going to arrange a few of these down the bottom here. So maybe 3, something like that. And pop that on there like that. It's just a little decoration. I might put a label on there too. But I thought that seeing as how there's so many different sizes of these flowers, I might layer them a little. You can shape them too, but I'm not going to shape them in this particular case. Actually, I want a bit smaller one, I think, because you know, I don't want the journal to be too fat. Now let's have a look what we've got. You can put that one on there, and a tinier one on here, and maybe that size on there. Yeah. So by inking the edges of these, it helps the layers stand out from each other, so you get that dimensional look. Got ink everywhere. It's a fairly new ink pad, so pretty moist. Okay, now I might just give it just a little bit of shape, because probably looking a little bit too flat for me. Maybe just shape the top layer. Where's my layers? Oh yeah. So this is the top layer. I'm just running my ball tool around in the centre. You can just poke it in the centre. It does the same job. Little dab of glue, then pop that on so that the petals are oriented different to the bottom layer. This one, just run your flower shaping tool around the middle just to give it a little bit of shape. As I said, I'm not going for a great deal of shape on these because I don't want too much dimension, but I do want them to stand out a little bit. I want it to look nice, don't we? Okay. So I might stick this down now. Put that down on there. Okay, now let's put our flowers on. Do I want a label or some leaves? Let's have a look. I've got some leaves here. Yeah, I think I will put the leaves on. And okay, so let me ink the leaves. Okay, stick them down. Okay. Now I think I'm going to add some of this Kinderglitz to the centre of those flowers, but I'm not going to do that until after I've finished decorating the envelope, because I've got the inside to do now. So for here, because it's such a pretty pattern and we've got our bird over here, I don't think I need a great deal on this. So I've got some fussy cut flowers here. I might just add one of those like so. Maybe I should. I need something to go behind that to separate it a bit. So I need some more. I've got, I've used this before, I think, in this journal, so I could use that. Put that behind it. Like so. And a label. Let me get some labels. Here we go. It's a reddish sort of label. It's going the wrong way. I want one to go sideways. And it's a sideways one. So I could put that like that. It's probably a bit bigger than I really wanted. This one, that's better. That's better. So that's what I'm going to put on there. So let's cut this down. Ink around our bits and pieces. So this flower was fussy cut from one of Denise's topper kits. Right, now we can attach this here. And then this one. You can see I've, around the bottom there, I've cut around another flower. This actual cutout had another flower attached to it, and I've used that somewhere else. So I'm just covering up that flat bit there, or not flat bit, that crooked cut. with the label, like so. I better check that I've got the label up the right way. I think I have. I think it goes that way. That's the way I'm going to put it anyway. So that's going to go on there like so. Okay, so now we have a pocket there. We can still see our pretty bird here, and we've got a flip out that's decorated there. You see that's already pretty flat. Okay, so now I need to make a card to go into that. So what size is the envelope? Unfortunately, my video stopped recording for some reason. I created a journal card that is 4 1/4 inches wide by 6 inches tall. I have used a piece of pattern paper and a piece of coffee dyed cardstock. I've attached those two together and then rounded the corners, and then chosen a fussy cut from the pattern papers and a label to embellish the journaling card. Okay, so I've attached that, and I have been very particular to make sure that I get right out to the edge of all of these little fiddly bits, because as that's going in and out of that pocket, I don't want anything catching. That can go in there. See if it goes in okay now. Perfect. Okay, so there we go. There's our little embellishment for today. Now that I've finished playing around with this, I'm going to put the, what are they? Kinderglitz, and it's well, it's just clear, I think. I'm just going to put a dab in the centre of each flower, and when that dries, that'll just be clear, glittery look. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for joining me. If you're not already a subscriber and you've enjoyed the video, I'd love it if you would subscribe. And if you are already a subscriber, thank you very much, I appreciate it. And if you could give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, all of those lovely things, it's all great. Okay, so thanks for joining me, and I hope you can join me when I post my next video. Okay, bye.